Hey there guys and gals, just a quick one before we begin. Thank you so much for watching this guide. If it helps or if you enjoy it, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and share with a friend as well. Huge shout out as well to all my Patreon supporters and YouTube members, so thank you so much. Also, if you enjoy the dark side of gaming, which involves controversies with streamers and studios, murder and more, check out my podcast called Gaming's Darker Side. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. So thank you so much, and now, on with the good stuff. And welcome to the good stuff then, and this is real good. This is SOPA, Tale of the Stolen Potato. I can already think of one South Park and two Simpsons quotes to go with that title. Anywho, this was developed and published by Studio Bando and is usually available for £16.74 or $19.99 in the US, but is included with Xbox Game Pass, so get the Game Pass. Don't argue about the price. So we play as Miho, a young boy who needs to get a potato for his nana. Only then does a thief frog appear from nowhere, steal the potatoes, and Miho ends up in a frog nightmare. Kind of like the witch in the wardrobe, except this time it's the boy in the pantry. Achievements wise is relatively straightforward, apart from a few miscellaneous ones, and one tricky one where we can't hit any rocks during a river section. Otherwise, it's cute, wholesome, and as Marge Simpson once said about a potato, it's neat. So you'll get this in around 2 hours or less, maybe, depending on the river section. So, let's do it! So, as you can see then, we play as Miho, we run about, and the first achievement we're going to be going for here is actually running into many things. Now, you can't actually get it by running and bumping into the same thing, you have to run into 10 different things. So, the first three are going to be sort of here, so you can run into the big cupboard there on the left, something on the right. There we go, that thing, the pan of carrots. But you can't, again, you can't keep running into the same one. You have to run into 10 different things around the house. So, once you've bumped into those two, we will go ahead and speak to your nana. Now, you can grab things with the A button here. There's a lot of cute quick time events. You can do that slowly if you want, or if you want to completely waste a delicious hot chocolate, that's fine. Now, in terms of dialogue choices, I was going to call them quotes then, dialogue choices, a lot of them don't matter except for a few when we need to get specific achievements for your nana. So that's what we're going to do here. So first things first, go over to the dog there on the right, and this is pretty much unmissable. This always happens, but you're going to get an achievement after for petting the dog. Figuino, I'm going to punch you in your pepino. I don't know what a pepino is. But, well, it sounds threatening. So, again, there's just a lot of quick time events which will happen through the game. I'll obviously tell you what to do, where to do, how to do, and where to do. Why does Miho look, he had a bit of a Donald Trump face there, didn't he? Pure orange face and pure tan, pasty, pale white body. Anyway, next achievement we're going for then. There we go, we got our first one, everyone's happy. Go to the fridge, press the A button. Now we need to catch the cactus from when it falls on top of the fridge. So quickly do the quick time event. Left stick all the way to the right. And there we go. Now, if you do end up missing that, obviously, you can either just quickly start a new game and get back to the point, or start a new game later. There is no chapter select in the game, I should say. Whoops. But again, the game's relatively short enough anyway. So, what we're going to do then, we're going to now go and run into many things. Don't go to the pantry just yet. There we go, so we can run into the bin there, or the garbage on the right. And then we can head back into the left-hand side, or we're going to speak to Nana first. No, we're going to speak to Nana first before we do that. So, say no. Again, this is important for an achievement. So we're going to say no, and then we're going to say, and then what happened? And then we're going to say, and then what happened again, which will be the second option this time. So, and then what happened? I can be a voice actor too. And now you've got to choose the time he made a joke when you were mad at him. So this third option. The time he made a joke when you were mad at him. And you will get the achievement. See? How's my voice acting going? See? I'm super good. Okay, this time we're going to head to the pantry. Don't worry, we can come back, so it doesn't matter. You're not going to miss anything. So we're going to head to the pantry, and all that's going to happen for now is, again, for some reason, a frog needs to steal potatoes. Don't ask why, but it's all in the name of fun. Again, as Marge Simpson says, maybe these are Marge Simpson frogs and they just think they're neat. So, basically what this is, again, dialogue choices here do not matter, so choose what you want. And then all it is mashing the A button a couple of times as a quick time event. Did I see a chicken jump on my butt as well? I'm going to turn that bra into KFC, I tell you. Don't jump on my butt, chicken. Right, so what we'll do then, we have to go back anyway because we need a boat for the river section, which is coming up, which has the trickiest achievement of the game, which is always fun. So let's go and get the Rascal achievement for bumping into a couple more things. So, well, here is the broom, first of all. This is the oar. We got the oar. Or what? So we'll actually need to go and place that back into the boy in the pantry wardrobe witch place. And let's just head down. So what we've got to do then, we can't head right, we've got to head down the screen. And we need to place the oar gently, beautifully, right next to the river. Even though it looks short, but you never know, you don't want to risk it, do you? Right, let's go and find a boat, but let's finally go and get that Rascalius achievement. So now, even though I've gone to say it about 3 times already, we can head to the left. We can bump into a few things, including the coffee table here, and just be all like, sorry, nah, don't beat me. And then just bump into a couple of wardrobes and some things outside, chairs and everything. And you will finally get the Rascal achievement. There it is. Lovely. Delicious. Right. You're going to head to the right into the garden. And the quote boat. The quote boat is right against the wall there. So pick up the quote boat. And now we can head back into the pantry where we begin the river section. So, here we are, the river section. First couple of things we're going to do. What we're going to do, we're going to get an achievement Voyage, and then we're going to hold the left stick to the left in order to flip our boat 5 times for another achievement, the Hombre al Agua achievement. So you need to just flip the boat, and again, use your directional stick to the left to flip the boat. You will also get, yes, we got that one, and we got Bon Voyage. So, right, so couple of achievements. Now, there is basically one achievement in this section where we have to grab all 3 clothes. And the other achievement is for the next 3 minutes or so, we cannot hit any rocks. Now, it must be said, you can hit rocks. If you hit a rock on the side in the middle and spin around, that's fine. That counts. But if you hit a rock and you bump backwards, that will mean that the achievement has been void. So you need to be careful. Again, so if you hit any rock in the middle and you spin, spinning is absolutely fine. But again, like I said, if you hit a rock and you bounce backwards a little bit, you need to restart it, and you will restart it from the beginning of this section each time. So yeah, there are a few achievements. Now, again, it's completely up to you, but what I advise is just getting used to, if you bump any rocks, don't worry. What we're going to do is actually just go for the clothes achievement first as we head down. There we go. As you can see there, me spinning, that means it will count. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and get the closed achievement first. And then we are going to restart it. Restart from the checkpoint again. And then try and go through this whole thing without hitting any rocks. It's just easier. If you can do it all in one, that's brilliant. But don't panic. But I would highly advise just going for the closed achievement first. And then getting the achievement for not not getting hitting any rocks later on. But again, completely up to you. But again, there is no chapter select or anything, so just keep that in mind. So yeah, that's why I highly advise. Here are going to be the clothes. So they're going to blow away. There's 3 pieces of clothing which are going to be stuck on rocks that we need to find. So just underneath the next log in front of us, we need to smash the A button as quickly as we can to get the almost achievement. So do it now. There we go. So, and just beyond this next rock is the first pair of pants. There it is. So there we go. I've collected the first pants. Now, as you can see there, I did bounce backwards, which of course would have avoided the Capitan achievement for, again, not hitting any rocks. But that's fine. Because there's no chapter select, you know, like I said, it's worth doing that first. So this is the route that we will always end up having to take. It's not too bad. I mean, I had to restart it for the Capitan achievement a couple of times. Here's the next piece of clothing, by the way. Just on our left, there it is. Bam, so make sure to grab that. And the last one is going to be just beyond this huge, big old boulder on our left. So, where is it? Here it is. There it is, just on the right. So there we go. That should be the 3 that you have done. The Cazador achievement. There is also an achievement for not getting sucked into the whirlpool as well. But for now, what we're going to do is I am going to restart the checkpoint. So I'm going to go back to the main menu. Go back to the main menu. And do it again. So hopefully by now you've gotten a little bit used to how the rowing works. You should have the almost achievement and the Cazador achievement now. So now what we can do is, again, complete the river without hitting any rocks. And like I said, if you hit the rock on the side and you just do a little spin, that is absolutely fine. You will still get the achievement. It's when you bump into the rocks and bounce backwards is where the achievement will be void. So if you do that, you're going to have to just restart the checkpoint. Again, I done this. I had to restart about 3 times, I think, in order to finally do it. But hopefully you've got a bit of a grasp on it by now. So let's keep going until we get back to El Whirlos Pulos. Okay, so we're going to be coming up to the whirlpool. Now, there is a way to actually do this. Now, if you just keep spamming the A button and heading to the left of the whirlpool, you'll actually run out of stamina and you'll actually fall into the whirlpool. So what you need to do is press the A button quickly, but like give it a second before each press. So you've got to do it kind of slowly, as it were, if that makes sense. So head to the left of the whirlpool. And again, don't button mash it as quick as possible. Just give it little strokes, little strokes. I know that's not a pun for anything. Give it a little shot. Even though it looks like I'm going to be sucked into the pool, don't worry about it. As long as you just keep giving it little taps, not big, massive, button-mashing, quick ones, you should be good. So that'll be the close call achievement for beating the, or as the developers called it, it says beat the krill pool. Maybe it's a rill pool full of krill. I don't know. But anyway, they spelt it wrong and I still find that hilarious. Right. Now, this is a nice little section. And then it starts getting really fast. Now, the first time I went through this is actually where it annoyed me the most. Because I thought I'd be able to just... I thought it was sort of automatic, but it's not. So, for this bit, you need to sort of stay in the middle. But once we get through to the other side, be aware that there is rocks on the right there. And one on the left, so you've got to be very quick there. That might trip you up. Stick to the left again, try and go to the left, and then the middle. Yeah. And then from this bit, it's pretty smooth sailing. But it was just that. So this is the end of it now. There's still a couple of little rocks to go, but it's slowed down. But that last section tripped me up. Because I thought it was just automatic. I stayed on the right, got bumped, and got rather annoyed, as it were. But yep, once you have done that, then this is the end. And it's the end of the tricky achievements. There are no more. Now we can just breathe, do some yoga, collectively pee our pants, and... No, wait, don't do that last bit. Collectively just relax. Hooray! Hooray! So here we are then. So after the rough ride, you should have got your 3 achievements there. Capitan, Navegante, and Marinero. And then we are now literally just at a nice chilled point of the game. Finally. But again, yeah, even though we're less than 20 minutes in, I assure you that took me an extra 20 minutes to do. So don't worry if you've had to restart a few times there. I had to as well. Alright, so... yeah, it's just going to be a case then. They're going to flip around and flop down and beat you down. So we just need to head back down the bridge in order to pick it up. And this is where we're going to use the inventory for the first time. Again, all very easy. It's a nice, chilled, Rancho Relaxo type game from here on out anyway. So you press the Y button to open up your inventory. And then just press the A button on whatever you want to use. You can combine things as well by holding the A button, but we'll get to that a little bit later. So, for now, head up here, and it is a black market full of frogs. They all look like Kermit, so we're just going to all call them Kermit. So we're going to get an achievement for talking to 10 frogs. Now, if we talk to these 2 specific frogs, we will get, we need to get 2 free samples of bugs. And again, this is for some story progression stuff later on. So pick up the 2. And then just go around talking to at least 10 frogs until the Sapo achievement unlocks. Or the Kermits. Okay, once we've got that one done then, what we're going to do, we're going to head to the back of the black market now. So, yeah, we can't get any more free samples of anything, so don't worry about that. But we're going to head to the back of the black market. into this open, wide area. And we're going to take a right now. So just before we head all the way to the back. Take a right and we're going to head all the way down the stairs where we're going to progress the story a little bit. Because we have found our thief, Kermit. Dun, dun, dun. For some reason, this is a land which... This is basically for frogs, where the Fallout universe has bottle caps. This is basically the frog universe where potatoes are currency. So, yeah, why the hell not? So again, dialogue options do not matter. So, pick what you want. Wah, 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 wah. See? I'm a voice actor now. Well, there we go, look. So all we got to do is grab the potato, go back to Nana, taste the soup, game's over, enjoyable, and that's not going to happen, is it? No, because we've got more than an hour left yet. So let's head up and then obviously to the left, there's the potato. We can't reach it, so we're going to head to the back, so past the potato and down this next little section of bridge. Not very constructionally sound bridge, by the way. Pick up the bottle there from the left-hand side of the water. Whop. Whop me. Whop. And what we can actually do is we need to get some grease. So there is a paper. There's a bit of paper in that bottle. So we'll head down. Again, we can't move that box until we get the grease. And the grease is in... Let's try that again. There we go. So go to the right now. And there's that big bottle of grease that we need. So hold the A button. And that will take out the paper. Or just press the A button on it, sorry. And that'll take out the paper. And then you can interact with the... So what you need to do, again, go into your inventory, press the Y button. And then press the A button on the bottle to get the bottle full of grease. My retirement grease, as it were. Right, so head up and then to the left again, where we're going to find the box. Now, what we could do, you need to interact with the box. Well, you don't need to interact with the box, but make sure you're looking at the box. Press the Y button again, and then the A button to pour the grease on it, and then you'll be able to push it to the down, or to the left, depending on which way you're looking at it. And every Kermit are happy. Right, for us, now we're going to be getting another achievement here. So we're going to jump up. And again, this is sort of, from now, it's sort of the part of the game where the achievements do slow down a bit. We had a whole bunch of us chucked at us within the first 17, 18 minutes there. So what we need to do, pick up the wood from the right-hand side. That will blow away the... I can't believe just one piece of wood is... I mean, everything's not structurally sound in this area, but it seems to work for the Kermit, so... Why the hell not? You just know if there was health and safety. Oh, it just ruins it all, doesn't it? Let people live in danger constantly. Jesus. Although I suppose we are, even with health and safety standards these days. But that's for another story. Right, whip out your inventory. Put the wooden board down. And then make sure to pick it back up again. Head to the down again. Head to the down. Head to the System of a Down gig. God, I would love to see System of a Down. And head to the left anyway and pick up the bird. And this is the Artesano. This is the figurine. So you'll get the Artesano achievement there for finding the figurine in the black market. So we can head back, pick up our wooden board, head to the right where we can push this box down. And then again, what you're going to do, we're going to drop down because apparently in this world we can drop down from big heights without crunching our legs or anything, which always comes in handy. And then you can put the grease on the bottle and then push it down slightly so we can climb back up onto the next set of awnings or market things, whatever it is. Okay, well, we'll do that eventually. Come in. Where are you going, douche nozzle? Come in. So as it turns out then, I actually forgot to edit that bit out there. That's actually my bad. Yeah. Bad editing on my part. So there we go. Get the grease, push it down, jump up. So we're going to do the same thing here then. We're going to put the wooden board down and we're going to go all the way across to the other side where we can pick up the floating awning thing. Is it called an awning? It's not, is it? Whatever it's called. Anyway, we can pick it up and we can push the box down. And same thing here then, we're going to grease up the box, we're going to push it up slightly so we can climb on the next set of boxes, and then head to the left on top of the awning to grab the potato. Ah, well, that worked out well, didn't it? So, we don't get potato. We get more work for us to do. Alright. So, what we are going to do now, you don't actually have to speak to the frog. I tried giving the frog the paper charm for some reason. You don't actually need to do that. It's not for this section. What we're going to do, we're going to head up. So, we're going to head up and around where we can pick up the pink awning thing, whatever it is, from the tree. So we need to get a third bug, basically, in order to get the seagull to drop El Nito Marjo Potato. Oh. And how are we going to do that? We'll head down. Get out of my way, Potato Head. Jesus, mate. We need to go back up onto the box. So basically, where we took the wooden board from earlier, we now need to combine them and put them back to get the seagulls away. And then we'll get our free sample of Deliciosonas. So here it is then, just to the right. Now, again, so Y button, of course, to open up your inventory. Now, click on the wood, hold the A button on it, and then use that with the piece of plastic, fabric, whatever it is. And then you'll be able to combine them, and then you can actually, again, go into your inventory and then put it down. Seagulls bagger off. Even though seagulls are stupid, they could literally fly down a little bit and go inside, but hey, lucky for us, they're stupid. I hope no seagulls are listening to this, and if there are, I'm sorry for offending you. There we go. So you talk to the frog. He's going to give us another bug sample. Fried ant, as it were. Well, we're gonna ignore that. We're going to actually give that now to the seagull. So just go to where the seagull is. Plant all 3 bugs down. And then that should be enough then to give us the potato. Well, it's about damn time. And you know what's funny is we're about half hour in now. Well, maybe about sort of 15, 20 minutes in. Nana's still at the... Why isn't Nana sort of calling our name? Where is she? She's literally just at the stove going, what the hell's that boy with the potato? It's just behind me. What the goddamn hell? Alright, so now we're going to get another achievement. I think this is pretty much unmissable because... While you can choose any dialogue options, there's only one specific one that puts the conversation forward. You can't really miss this one. So we're going to be getting we're going to be able to ride a luxury boat for free. So you can say, I don't have any money. I don't have any money. And now he's going to put it down from $4 to $3. You can still say, I still don't have any money. He's going to bugger us off. And the salesman technique of smiling and then glaring at us with needle eyes behind our back. That sounds about right for every salesman ever. And then we can just basically put it down. So we'll say $3, so tell him the truth. Then he's going to eventually go, I can do it for $2. And then you're going to go back to the other frog, and then you're going to say, he's told me we could do it for $2, and then, yeah, back and forth, then $1, and then eventually you'll be offered it for free, and away we flee. I mean, flow. I mean, go! So that's always worked out well then, because when you're on a luxury boat, why not get swallowed whole by a giant fish? This is how how the Titanic could have ended, but it didn't. So eventually, after all of the dialogue and all of the bumping into a couple of things, you will eventually be able to have a light switch be able to pop up. There it is. So there we go. So we're inside a giant fish, and it looks kind of cozy actually, apart from apart from Jellyface Man, Jellyman. Alright, so let's take a little snooky snook now. So we're going to head to the left. Jellyman is going to give us a seed. Thanks, I guess. I appreciate that. So he gives us a seed, and there's going to be a fire extinguisher right here. Just there it is. So just up to the right. So pick up the fire extinguisher, and this is basically going to be able to blow us around. You don't want to get into the water, you'll be digested and such. So head onto the plank wooden board, open up your inventory, grab the fire extinguisher out, and then just go ahead and hold the A button in order to get to the other side. That'll get you the Bombero achievement for using the fire extinguisher. Job done. Now, this is a lovely place, and I don't know who the first person who got swallowed by the fish is, but damn, unless it was a boat full of people, of course, but they've made themselves at home instead of trying to find a way to escape, which, it's a fish, so you could probably just, I mean, our broski here, Lucho, has a knife, so you could probably just, kill the fish from the inside. That's, but anyway, it doesn't matter. So, go ahead, first of all, and speak to Lucho. And Lucho says, la la lula, a lot. There's a lot of Patrick Star noises in this. The li 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 li. La la lula. Anyway, so, again, dialogue options, again, do not matter. So, pick whatever you want, but usually there's only sort of one specific one in order to progress the story a little bit, that's all. La la lula. La la lula.
marito. Maratalara. Maralito. Aleluya. Maralito. Aleluya.
Mano. Mano.
Mararipala. Aleluya. Maralito. No marito.
So, as is going to be the case with this whole fish section, we got to do a whole bunch of favours for people because apparently they're too lazy to do anything themselves and a bit too silly in the brain hole to figure it out themselves. So, they've got to leave it up to a little boy and some jelly thing. Okay, so we pick up the plant as well, which was just on the left of where Lucho was. So we've got to do a couple of things there for the plant, as well as do things for La La Lula. So we can put the seed in the plant. The plant in the seed. No, the seed. Yeah, seed in the plant. What the hell is wrong with my brain? Everything as usual. So that's good. That's good for the first bit. Next part, then we're going to head up the bridge, where we're going to see the captain, who has probably. She's gone a bit insane, but that's okay. You've been stuck inside a giant fish for ages, but so, you know, that's fine. But so again, smash out the dialogue options with old Insanity Brain.
Ripontar. Allolelestum. Ketu cotilus. Allolelestum. Iboledum. Racotilus. Ketu cotilus. Allolelestum. Cotelulitum. Reketu lele. Allolelestum. Racotilus. Reketu lele. Allolelestum. Racotilus. Ripontat. Allolelestum. Cotelulitum. Iboledum. Allolelestum. Cotelulitum. Ripontat. Iboledum. Reketu lele.
Okay, let's go get this lady some coffee. So we're going to head to the right, and of course, as usual, there's the coffee jug, the coffee brewer, sorry. Doesn't have any coffee in it. Of course, so we've got to go and get stuff. So now we're going to head down. All the way down. Oh, come on, man. Why couldn't he just make a straight bridge? A straight bridge would have been fine. So, next, head down and to the left, where we're going to see a woman milking her cow. You don't need to go up here. Actually, we need to go a little bit further down, and we need to go onto the platform and use our fire extinguisher to get to the other side. As you can see in the top left right there, there's the lady we need to sing. She's singing to fireflies. Again, probably lost her head. But if you've been stuck inside a giant fish for as long as these people have, it's bound to happen. So, yep. Again, Y button for your inventory, fire extinguisher, hold the A button, get to the other side. And what we're actually going to be doing is getting the Historiador achievement for giving the bottle charm to Carmenza. So remember, we got that from the black market. So you should have the paper charm. Again, to put things away there, just press the A button again once you open your inventory on the thing that you've got. So go ahead, use the paper charm with Carmenza. There we go, Carmenza, sorry. Just kind of reminds me of Lady Dimitrescu a little bit for some reason. But that'll give you the Historiador achievement. So now, again, just smash through the dialogue. So we actually need to grab a bunch of coffee beans, which are just a little bit below us. So I'm doing stupid things, but the coffee beans are right there. So, yeah. So for some reason, in order to get coffee beans, I tried picking up a bottle and then giving Carmenza a dress. So yeah, don't do that. Just actually interact with the coffee beans. That'll get you the coffee beans. And then we can effectively now head back, try to caffeinate the captain. Again, where you're getting ground coffee beans from is hilariously beyond me. So going to the next platform there, we can use the fire extinguisher. And now, from this point, we can just walk across the platforms. So we don't actually have to worry about doing this every single time. Which is good. So once we get to the other side, what we're going to do, we're going to head all the way down. Because we can see a tap. So if we go all the way down, not climbing up the stairs, we can find this tap. We are going to use some water on it. So again, Y button for the inventory. Press the A button to get your planted seed out. Use it next to the tap. That's got a little bit of water in it. Lovely stuff. Okay, now we can head up and to the right. Where we find Lo. And we can go back up to the coffee, the captain. And coffee up a captain.
Hey, Navi. Hey, Meno. Hey, Navi.
Ketu Cotilus. Racotilus. Cotelu Litu.
Right, well, thank you for wasting my time, old insanity brainder. Brainder. Anyway, so, yeah, bit of a pain, but now we've got to rearrange the room. So, it's very easy. You just got to basically do what she says. So, she'll tell you to push it in a certain direction, and then she'll tell you to stop. And, yeah, it's just as easy as that for the next minute or so.
Ketu Cotilus. Racotilus. Reketu lele. Ripontat aboledum. Alolelestu. Reketu lele. Cotelu litum. Racotilus. Cotelu litum. Aboledum. Ripontat. Racotilus. Aboledum. Ripontat. Reketu lele.
Now, at this point, you're probably thinking and wondering, why me? Why do I have to get involved? That was your fault. You're stupid, Captain. But, you know, in terms of getting all the achievements, we got to do it. So, you can't actually pick up the broom, but you can speak to Ramiro for the first time. And again, just smash through the dialogue for now. Basically, he's going to tell us that we can't have the broom, so that's a shame.
Mano. Tamolango. Steno, mano. Mano. Go. Go, mango. Mango. Bingo lang. Steno, mano. Mano. Go. Steno, mano. Tamolango. Go, mango. Mango. Tamolango.
Maralito. No marita.
Mano. Tamolango. Bingo lang. Mano.
Marata
Mango.
lara.
Mano. Tamolango. Steno, mano. Tamolango lang.
Hallelujah.
Mano.
Right, so since that ain't working, what we can do is head down into the left until Lucho Lolololo. With his, I don't know why, but that face is just hilarious. Old shifty eyes. So, you're going to speak to him, and then what we're going to do is, no. Right, the reason he's saying that is because I'm trying to talk to the plant right now, not Lucho. There we go. I'm already going insane. I'm talking to plants and such. So, yep. Doesn't matter if you say no, he's going to do it anyway. So we're effectively going to go over and distract him now. And then Lucho is going to steal the broom for us. So spank in your kindly mustache.
Tamolango. Mano. Tamolango.
Mimole.
Go, mango. Tamolango.
Meno.
Steno, mano. Bingo lang. Mano. Tamulango. Steno mano. Gold mango. Tamulango. Gold mango. Mano. Gold mango. Tamulango. Mano. Tamulango.
Nimole.
Steno mano. Tamulango.
That's what I mean about stupidity. Why wouldn't you put the batteries the other way? If they weren't working the first time, why not move them the other way? Anyway, there we go. So we helped 2 people right here. Well, 1 people being ourselves. Technically 3 people, ourselves and the both of them. Whatever, doesn't matter. Right, so you're going to have to play a game of basically rock, paper, scissors. And it doesn't matter what you pick. I think it's random every time. So for instance, I chose paper here. I chose scissors actually, and they both go scissors. Again, not sure if it's random, but you can basically try again, keep trying again until you win. So it shouldn't take too long. Darshy blar. There we go. So we get the broom, and then we can head upstairs and clean up our messicles.
Henadi. Edeme.
I boledo. Racotilus. I boledo.
Right, don't slack off. Well, like you're controlling a fish which you can't control. Right, so next we're going to head all the way to the left and speak to Caramel Camenza, who's speaking to the Firefly. So again, all the way to the left. We're going to go ahead and give her the coupon. And finally, that will enable us to get one of the bottles. So we're going to be coming up to another achievement now, Iluminado. Again, pretty much story related, really, so you can't really miss this one. So we're going to head now to the right, talk to the lady with the cow. Well, you don't have to even speak to her. You can literally just put the pottle. Is that a cow? Good eyes, bruv. But as it turns out, yeah, we're going to speak to Sandra anyway. So after we've done speaking, we can then use the bottle with her and she will give us some glowing milk.
Nimole.
I mean, really, I don't know how safe that is to drink. Luckily, we're not going to drink it. But, you know, I mean, needs must. Everyone likes milk. So, let's head to the left. And just up this next bridge here to our left is a dark, dark cave, which is why we've got the glowing milk. So go inside, press the Y button for your inventory, press the A button for the glowing milk. There we go. That'll get you the Iluminado achievement. So nice and easy. Again, all of this is an extremely linear path. There's a guy who's been living in here for a long time, just drinking gin, rum, I don't know, but he's been drinking something. I don't know why he couldn't just sort of, you know, I suppose it's pretty dark, can't find where he's going. Doesn't matter anyway. So smash the dialogue as it is. Okay, so for now, we're going to head sort of to the left. Now, this is an extremely linear path. You can't get lost at all. But there is a treasure chest coming up. So we'll interact with the treasure chest in order to get a note. There it is. And then if you keep going, you're going to find an unfortunate body. Yes, somebody has... there's only one person who seems to have succumbed to the fish so far. But he does have the accordion, so we'll just be able to go ahead and pick the accordion up. And his jaw is going to literally fall to the floor in terms of how dare you. Which is quite comedic. So he needs a coffee. All we got is cold coffee, unfortunately. But, well, he says it'll do, so it'll do. And now he is going to teach us the way of the accordion. And it's the same song every time, so now choose to play the accordion with him from your inventory. And he will tell us a story, and he will tell us what to do. Very easy. There's no time limit or anything. You don't have to do it quick or slow. You can just take your time with it. Just press the same buttons. Francisco el Hombre, learning how to play the accordion. Damn, we're good. Right, so now we've got no other miscellaneous achievements in this fish. It's now literally just a case of getting the hell out of here. Right, so let's go back to Caramel Carmenza. Now, what I would highly suggest is once you have given her the... we need to give the mysterious note to Lucha before Carmenza. Sorry, I thought I could have done that the other way around. But as it turns out, no. So head back to Lucha, la lula, la lula. That guy.
Baratalara. Aleluya. Maralito. Aleluya. No marito. Baratalara.
Prima Temeno.
So we have the potato. It's looking pretty damn nasty right now. So yeah, at this point we might as well just give up and go home. Except we're in a giant fish, so we can't. Go ahead and speak to Caramel Bonanza Carmenza once again. And then this time you are going to give her the note. And then as usual, smash through all the dialogues. Now make sure to actually smash through every dialogue option, including the Fateful Night option, because Carmenza will give us another quest to do, and that is how we will get the key off the captain. Now, I accidentally didn't do it here, but I'll just come back and do it in a little bit. But just make sure to go through all the dialogue options there, just to get the fateful, to get another quest. That's what I'm on about. Anyway, head to the calendar here in this little section. Grab the broom. That'll give us one piece of paper that we need.
Hey, Nadie.
So next up then, we're going to head all the way up to the right and go towards the captain again, or towards the coffee machine at least. Only this time we're going to ignore the coffee machine. Screw you, coffee machine. But we are going to interact with the parrot and, more accordingly, the accordion. So we're going to choose to play the accordion, the lub, rub, lub, and axa. And then the parrot's going to start giving it the old boing, 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 boing. Which means Captain Brenda's going to come over, which means we can go to her radio, flip the batteries, the radio will work, and job is done. And now old Captain Brenda's going to be all like, oh my god. Right, and again, this is the point. If you chose the specific dialogue option with Caramel Comenza for Fateful Night, and she gave you the quest, at that moment, the captain will give you the key, and then you can go into her bedroom, push the bed up, interact with the treasure chest in order to open it up and get the captain's logs. But because I forgot to do that, I need to go back to Comenza. So I do apologize, but yeah.
Holo, 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 holo.
There we go. So let's just ignore that. Let's just pretend that that bit didn't happen. We'll just ignore that. Awesome. Okay, so as I said earlier, go up into the bedroom, push the bed away, use the key on the log, on the chest, and that'll get us the captain's log. There we go. I'm really glad we weren't talking about other captain's logs, in all fairness. If you know, you know. Yes, that was a poop joke, okay? I'm sorry. Jeez. Don't hate the player, hate the game. It's 5:30 in the morning, bruh. Right, so let's head down. And once again, we're going to interact. Now, what we're going to do is actually, in fact, in a bit, we're going to play the accordion to the torn football. But for now, we're going to head back up and go to the Comenza. We're going to show her the captain's logs. And by captain's logs, I meant used calendar. So use the used calendar with Camilla, Comenza, Cabela, Cabello. Whatever the hell. Whatever you want to call her, do it. Now we can use the captain's logs. In fact, you know what? It doesn't even matter what order you do them in. Because we get another new objective. Hurrah! And off she goes. Right, we're actually going to find her again, so head down, go to the right, back across the platform, and then head all the way down again to where we got the watering seed. Okay, so we need to find some things for Comenza's plan to get out of here. So what we're going to do is head back up towards the captain. I don't know if it's worth grabbing a cup of coffee, but I do it now anyway. So basically, we need to get a hot cup of coffee for Broski, whatever his name is, the guy who gave us the accordion, I forget. I'm not sure if we can just go ahead and grab one now and then grab another one. We can grab another one later. Anyway, we've grabbed the coffee. For now, head to the left into the captain's room. Not very private, mind you. Now we can interact and put the songbook in. So remember, we got the songbook from the old drunk guy earlier on. That will open up the way. So what you can do now, pretty sure that you don't actually have to go down yet. So what it'll do is basically end us right outside the cave. Now, what you can actually do is actually just go and get a hot coffee, come back into the room, because the coffee, once we get into this section now, it'll tell you that the coffee's gone cold. There it is, the coffee got cold, and we need a hot coffee. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go back, we're going to go and get a hot coffee, come back to this section as quick as we can. use the milk in order to light up the cave and give it to Broski straight away, and he'll be up and at 'em.
Di mole. Henadi. And there she blows. Now we can ask him if we can have his sunglasses. And he's... So there we go. Just one sip of hot coffee made him change his entire life. So, yeah, it works out well. If you got some good coffee, it can literally change your life. And we get some sunglasses as well, because that's what Caramel Bonanza Comenza wants. So now we're going to continue heading to the back, where we're going to use the plant with the little bit of sunlight that pops through. That is actually going to grow the plant. So we're getting there now, getting our things together. I really wonder what Nana's thinking at this point. I bet she's just like, bruh, I literally asked you to get potato about 40 minutes ago. Where the hell are you actually being? Yeah. Or she's either thinking that, or she's focusing so much on her soup and neglecting us incredibly that she doesn't even care. So... could be forgetfulness, could be neglect. We're not sure. Nana's pretty old, so we're not sure in which way she is, which way her mind is set. But again, we'll wait a little bit later when we see her be arrested. Nah, I'm just joking. It's not that kind of game. So let's head out. We've got the plant and we have the sunglasses now. So next up for us then, we're going to go back up the pipe. We're going to go and speak to the captain, and we can ask her, can we have her purple scrunchie, from which she will just about accept and love. Well, not love. Next! We need to go down the bridge. Again, the, for some reason, unstraight bridge. And we actually now need to use the accordion with the torn football. So you don't use it with Lucho, but you do use it with the torn football, I believe. Or is it with Lucho? No, it might actually be with Lucho. No, it's not. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so interact with the torn football and then play your accordion with it. Yeah, we got there in the end. Oh, that's my bad.
Maratalara, no marita,
Mango, tamulango.
mararipala, hallelujah. Mararipala, hallelujah. Maratalara.
Also, not sure why I keep doing my white Dr. Hibbert giggles every time after something. But hey, it's all fun and games, isn't it? So we're going to head down and we're going to talk to Sandra once again. This Sandra cow. Basically, we're going to ask her... Or we're going to give her the plant, sorry. So we're going to give her the plant. And she's going to give us her Perero, which is... I'm sure people are going to tell me what a Perero actually is, because very ignorant of me, I don't actually know. It looks like a big stick. So please tell me and ignore my ignorance. Thanking you. Come on, douche. Get up there. Alright, so once we finally got up there, we are now going to head down and basically head back to the starting area.
And you can see black bathing suit. So somebody in here is in the nud somewhere. Luckily, we don't need to worry about that. But we'll use the... Don't need to use the fire extinguisher. Remember to click the A button or hold the A button to get rid of the fire extinguisher. And then use the giant toothpick, as it were. And that will pop it down. Lovely stuff. So that is something else that we need for Commenzo. We're not just going around being bored, picking up naked people's wetsuits. And we also cleaned the fish's teeth as well. So that's nice of us. We didn't even have to do that since he swallowed us. So just head back. Next up, we're going to speak to Ramiro with the broken batteries or the broken radios, and we're going to give him the torn football. So go into your inventory, give him the torn football to fix.
Gold mango. Go. Tamo lang go.
Hallelujah.
Gold mango.
Marata lahara.
And now we can head over to Lili Lucho and give him the broom. So you need to give him the broom, and he will actually make us a new Perrero, since we lost the other one. So can you make a Perrero?
Ipala. Maralito. Maripala. Hallelujah.
Right, so now we're going to head back down and go towards Sandra again. Now, you actually need to speak to her and say that you've lost her Perrero in order to give her the new one. Ola mala lala. Dola gila mila. Skila wheela flila. So, she's even happier because we've given her an even better one. So, yeah, that's always a win for everybody involved. Right, now we're going to head all the way down, speak to Carmenza, and now we have to give her each individual item one by one.
All the way, Dayo, I will. All the Dayo, well. Dayo, I will. Well, all the way, Dayo, well.
Hey, Nadie.
Everybody's gathered. Wow, I didn't even realize everybody could get up. So we got one more thing to do since she's not even arguing. She's just... It looks like Carmenza's just toying with the captain right there, which is hilarious. But we need to go back into the cave. So head all the way back to the left into the cave for the final time. And it's mad because we've only got 20 minutes left. It feels like we spent most of the game inside this damn fish. So head inside, go to where the broski was sitting, Fermenzo, Fabio Quattararo, whatever his name is, and just go ahead and pick up the juice. Or Renato, the special tomato Renato, Fabio Quattararo, MotoGP World Champion 2021, I think. Anyway, yes, I also love MotoGP, just like I love my Formula 1. So now we can head back. Now what we need to do then is we need to get Tomato Renato special juice when the bucket is down. Pop it straight in. And now the captain will basically flammable it up. And this is the key to freedom! Get in there, son! Or get out of there, even. Now, you can speak to everyone if you want to give them a heartfelt goodbye. I mean, they're probably going to eventually come out as well, but... Or you can just be heartless like me. Sorry, we got stuff to do. You know, I work literally 10 hours a day. I haven't got time to be speaking to everyone. We gotta go. Come on. So, get out of there. And then we will finally get our next achievement called the Escape. The Escape. That really did feel like a full 360 there. So we've just ended up... 160, sorry, not 360. No, or is it 260? 960? Anyway, we basically just done a whole circle around. And here we are back at Nana's house. Now, we smell like fish. We smell disgusting. But we're going to give Nan the gnarly potato. Now, come on, bruh. You can be as young as you want. But even you got to smell that, my bruh. So, yeah. We need to go, well, we need to go throw it away. So let's head out to the left into the garden, where our pal is waiting for us. So we're going to speak to our pal, and then we are going to eventually be able to plant the magic potato. That'll get us the green thumb achievement. And then we can speak to Nana again for another specific achievement.
Tam. Tamerime. Asudam. Tamerime.
Nemadiem.
Noemo. Otuzene.
Nirama. Nimole. Nemadiem.
So we're going to head back and speak with Nana. Again, I don't know why she's not wondering where we've gone. But we're going to say no. Again, it's for a specific achievement, so choose these dialogue options. So no, and then what happened? And then what happened? And then choose, and then what happened? And then for the final one, choose the third dialogue option, which will be the time a bird told you your future. So third option there, the time a bird told you your future. And that'll get you the good listener achievement. So we do have to go into the black market for the final sort of 10 minutes of the game. So head back out. Luckily for us, we don't have to do the river section this time. We just end up back at the black market, which if we could have done this earlier, it would have saved us a whole lot of headaches. Especially that river not hitting any rocks achievement, which I'm sure we've all forgotten about by now and laughed about it. Sorry, that's the white Dr. Hibbert there popping back out of me. I don't know why. So what we're going to do, we're going to head all the way up. And we're going to go where we first got our potato from earlier on. But there's a chicken here. What we're going to do, we're going to click the A button 25 times on the chicken in order to get the chicken bully achievement. Oh, that was quick. Okay, quicker than I thought. Then we can head all the way... In fact, you know what? We don't even have to head all the way down. We're going to see the frog, where you can choose all the dialogue options, but we basically don't even need to do this. What we need to do is go and get a bug and bring the chicken down here in order to wake him up. So, in order to do this, we need to go to the front of the black market and go ahead and pick up some more free samples of stuff. Bugs. But we also need to head to the left, sorry. So before we do that, we'll head to the left front of the black market, go to the Lost and Found, And we're going to pick up the panda plushie. Very important again. This is for more story progression stuff, but we'll take the panda plushie. And then we can head slightly down and then to the right in order to get the next bug. Sample.
Hey, Daddy. Hey, baby.
I don't know why, but it also sounds like Miho keeps saying, "Hey, Mackie." You shouldn't run to the black market, okay? Running's bad, okay? There is no Mr. Mackie here, just Kermits. A whole lot of Kermits. Right, so head to the right where the chicken was again. Now, in order to do this, what you need to do then is pick pieces of the insect and just basically make a nice little path for him to go all the way down. So just continue to do this all the way down until he wakes up the frog, and that'll get you the 5 more minutes achievement. Okay. Waking up frogs is bad. Okay. So at least he's happy about being woken up. Anyway, go ahead and give the frog the plushie, and he will now teach us a secret knock. So use the panda plushie with him. He will teach us a secret knock for a secret frog hideout. Ew. Slimy. So up we go. Now we're going to go up again. So secret knock again. Like everything in this game apart from the rock river thing, it's all very easy. So what we're going to do now from here, we are going to head to the right. You can see the dilapidated house or whatever it is. So we're going to press the A button and then do the secret knock again, doing the A button with the... Yeah. Right, so we are inside. That'll get us the In the Shade achievement. Now, what we need to do is you can head to the right. There's a little room on the right we're going to head into. Now, of course, you can speak to all the characters if you want. There's not a whole lot going on. They're just drinking and having a good time. So you're going to speak with the gang leader. You can pick a card, any card. It doesn't matter. You will always lose. Any dialogue options, again, one of them will get the progression going. But yeah, basically just pick a card, any card, will be laughed out, and we need to get some revenge.
Heidi.
Okay, so there was a bit of a discrepancy in there. Now, you probably noticed that the frog leader said, you need to put a bigger number down. He didn't say a bigger number card. So, we are going to get that bigger number. So, up back into the black market, head to the left where we can find a birthday party going on. And it's for this old, grumpy old frog. So, again, ask her if you're okay, blah, blah, blah. Basically, what we need to do is ask her for a specific song. So we need to, basically choose the favorite song achievement. Dialogue option. And then she'll tell us a specific lyric, and then what we'll do is actually head back to our Nana, because Nana's old as well. Again, she's either senile or neglectful. We're not sure which yet, because she still hasn't noticed that we've disappeared into the pantry. My bet is neglect, but you can't beat out a bit of... I mean, I'm only 35 and my brain's falling out of its skull, so I don't know what... I don't know who people are like 80 plus are like, 70 plus, etc. So that is the number that we need, 87. That's how old the frog is, but we need to go and learn the old song. So head all the way back down to the beginning of the black market area, head home and speak to your Nana. So this isn't a specific dialogue type of thing, but you just need to say, you're super old, right? I mean, again, you haven't noticed that we've disappeared in and out of the pantry for ages. And then obviously just say the, but I only know the beginning. And then obviously say the beginning of the words. Under the stars, lit by the moon. There goes a whale, let's use the harpoon. But I assume that's the wrong song. Anyway, she tells us what it is. And, yeah, that'll get us the Melomano achievement for learning the forgotten song. So, now we're just going to head back to the old Grumpus Frogius. In fact, she's so old and grumpy and disappointed, she's actually disappeared from view. Where has the cranky frog gone? Luckily for us, it didn't mean anything. Nothing happened. So now choose, I left with the tide, but we'll be back soon. Under the stars, under the moon, I left with the stars, I'll be back soon. Damn, that's deep, yo. That's deep. Anyway, she gives us a slice of cake. Don't really need the cake, but I would say cake is cake, but these are frogs that eat bugs, so you know we'll just take the big number. There we go. Oh, and we get a happy birthday going. Okay. Right. Well, you guys, I'm gonna leave. Okay. Thanks. Bye. All right. Just turn around. Leave. We'll leave the frog saying happy birthday. Right. Head back to the shady frog hideout. Now you're going to go in there with malice and intent, and you're going to smash down that number 87. And we are going to win the potatoes. That will get us the El Papas achievement for getting our potatoes back, but what's hilarious is, obviously, in any real-life gangsters, if something like that happened and you managed to win, they would still laugh you out and probably gun you down. So, but obviously this is not that type of game, luckily for us. So, yeah, now we can just head back. Now we're going to head all the way back to the beginning of the black market, and we are finally going to give Nana her potato. Now, she's been boiling something for about an hour and a bit now, without a potato. So she's, I mean, what's she been doing for an hour? She's been standing at that stove for half an hour and a bit. So anyway, apparently it still tastes good in game, and that's all we care about. Now, what you're going to be doing as well is you're going to be helping Nana make the soup for the coma achievement. But it's basically just doing a couple of quick time, like using the left directional stick, left, up, down, and around. That's pretty much about it.
Ni mole. Namana. Numea. Aini.
And just to add to it then, she doesn't even want the potatoes. So now we are going to grab the potatoes and bring them all the way back to the Shady Shack Frog House. Yeah, so instead of just, leaving them in the pantry, we're going to go all the way back. So yeah, we need to give them back to the frog. Then we can head all the way back. And then we just got one more conversation with Nana left to do in order to get the last miscellaneous achievement before ending the game. Right, so here we go then. Speak to Yo Nana. We're going to have a little bit of tasting soup before we do that. Which had better be good, mate. You've been cooking for an hour and a half, which is the longest soup in the world.
Nemadiem. Niedama. Numea. Nimole. Namana. Aini. Niedama. Nimole. Numan. Henadi.
Okay, so let's speak to Nana one more time then before heading outside. Because obviously if you miss this, you will have to replay the entire game again. And really, we do not want that. So, say no, of course. And then what happened? And then what happened? And then say the time that you travel. And then what happened, of course. And then what happened? And then finally, it will be the time that you traveled a long way to find this place. So it's the, again, third option, the time that you traveled a long way to find this place. And that will be the final miscellaneous achievement done. And then all we got to do is head outside, look at the tree, and that will be the game finished. So, yeah, don't worry about it, Nana. No, not down here. What? Where are you going? Go to the right. There we go. Now the magic potato tree has grown into a massive potato tree. So, yeah. So we get enough potatoes to last a lifetime. Plus there's a bit of cilantro. And the game now basically teases it. We're up for a second game. Which is always nice. Wholesome, cute, cozy, fun games like this. Can't beat it. But anyway, this will be the end of the game. The end of the achievement guide. So thank you so much for watching, guys and gals. Again, really hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share with a friend as well. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Big potato love. I really hope you enjoy your potato after this one. Not the gnarly fish one, of course.